What's up, you guys? Dan here again with my channel Do Figures. I kind of wanted to show something off. If you guys saw my Giant Man or like follow me on Instagram, I took a bunch of pictures, and I recently took down a bunch of my Avengers figures here. Thor's head's kind of blocked there. I don't love that, but I took down some of these figures, take some pictures, and while they were down, I just kind of had the idea because a couple of figures had come out in the past couple months that I wanted to get up in the display here. And I decided to add them. So I figured I'd make a short little video kind of just going over what I did and stuff. I kind of feel stupid for not taking any before pictures of this. But, hindsight's 2020. Anyway, so I took down the Hulk, Iron Man, let me zoom out. I took down the Hulk there in the background, Iron Man, Captain America, Hawkeye, Black Widow right here, and Thor, whose head is being blocked, which I kind of want to fix. And I had a couple other figures up here with them as well. I just didn't take them down. Like I had like Hercules and the War Machine back there to in the display, as well as this Captain Marvel. I took down the Wasp as well. So I kind of wanted to go over what some of the changes I made to it and kind of show off my Avengers collection a little bit. So one of the big things I really wanted to do was, if you look at the stands in the back, you can see how high up they are. Like particularly a Falcon, his stand is all the way down there. So I, at some point, purchased a bunch of stands, but I purchased the two separate ones. Actually, shout out to my friend. He got me some for Christmas last year. And I had some already. Now, I'm not sure which were which, but one you can see, I think, is way taller than the other, which is way better. But I only opened the one pack when I was setting up my display of these smaller ones. So a lot of these figures that you see, like the Miss Marvel and the Wasp, they were really low, and you'd tell they were flying, but like they were like flying like a couple inches off the ground, which is really annoying. So while I had everything down, I decided to replace the stand so I can really get these characters really high up and above the other ones. So another thing too I did is Wasp used to be off to the side over here, but I was like, there's definitely room behind there for her. So I actually have one, you can kind of see down there, there's one display stand with two poles sticking out of it. So these are both using the same plate they're standing on, just to save space back there and all that. So I was able to get them way higher up, and honestly some better stands. I kept the Falcon because I got it around his leg, and he still looks like he's pretty high up there. I didn't really see a benefit of replacing that stand. And also, a couple figures that I added here was the Doctor Strange over here. So Doctor Strange is floating, if you can see back there. So I use one of those smaller display stands just to make him floating, like he's sitting pretzel style, as they say, floating in the air. So one figure that came out recently were this Luke Cage and Iron Fist, and I want to throw them in there. The Iron Fist, I'm still kind of debating if I like this figure, which is more the classic one, or one of the more modern figures that is released in like the past couple of years. But right now, he's fine there. I also added Spider-Man finally. I have Spider-Man obviously in other parts of my display, but I didn't have one with my Avengers, and I figured while I was adding figures, might as well throw in Spider-Man. He did unfortunately kick out this Tigra figure, who I was trying to get in there, but there just really wasn't room. But I was very happy to get him in there because he doesn't take up a lot of space, and I have him posed like that. I'm very happy about the pose I have from my Hawkeye and my Black Widow. Those have been like that forever, and I don't want to move them. I move them physically, but I do not change their pose. I also replaced the Black Panther figure here too. So I'm going to show you the figure I was using. Well, let's see. Oops, sorry, my closet there. I was using this figure right here, which is an older figure, and I kind of like this body mold better, but I like the paint on this one. This one is very shiny. Not a bad figure. I think this one fits more. I think this is the figure that most people have in their display. Some people might throw the cape on there. I decided not to, just to save space. And there's my Vision right there in the background. Then I have my Ant-Man, Hercules back there. War Machine's all the way back there. One really cool thing about War Machine, if I can see if I can get, is you can see in the back there, he's not on the stand. He's just, his thrusters are pulling him up. Everything. So the other thing too is I actually moved all of the figures over. So you see I have some villains here. And I think in the future, I'm going to get rid of these guys. Or not get rid of them. I'm just going to put them somewhere else so I can extend this full shelf to the Avengers. Because there's still plenty of figures and characters I'd love to get in there. Still don't like that Captain America's shield is in Thor's face. Hold on. Actually, I'll just fix that right now. Let's grab him. Let's just put you like that. That's a little better. I kind of feel like I should switch which hand his shield is in. That might be the best. Anyway, there he is, just so we can see Thor. But so here you go. So I have this Iron Man. It's weird because I see lots of other people's Avengers displays, and they have this Iron Man with like that different yellow. I like that shiny yellow for the Iron Man, or like the gold. Technically, it's not yellow; it's gold. The other figure that I see a lot is actually yellow, but I like that. I like him blasting someone. He used to be a little more tucked away, but I kind of got him more in the forefront as he should be. He's Iron Man. And yeah, Thor back there, looking good. Here's where I think the figures kind of get a little congested, but you know, nothing crazy. So like I said, I got my Power Man and Iron Fist back there, or Luke Cage, whatever you like to call him. I have my Scarlet Witch and my Quicksilver. I believe these are from that 3-pack of the with Magneto. I definitely know the Quicksilver is. The Scarlet Witch, I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure it's from that pack, because there is another Scarlet Witch that I really like. That came out in a much later wave, almost 10 years ago. Yeah, and then something I don't see in a ton of people's Avengers display is Nick Fury. And I do like this figure. It's using that Bucky mold, which I like. A lot of people complain about it, but it's solid. It's a good build. And then you see I have Wonder Man kind of tucked away back there. He would probably be the one that I didn't care too much. I was happy that he's in the display, but he doesn't need to be very prominently displayed. He's kind of hiding back there. But yeah. Anyway, here's my display. I'll go through it once again. Back away. Very cool. I get the villains here too. If you want to know, I have Thanos, I have MODOK, I have Kang, Skrull, Dormammu, Ultron, and Taskmaster. They're kind of all facing different directions because I kept scooting them out of the way. All this effort, though, was not able to find room for this guy. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Just kind of wanted to make this video show you something cool I thought I would do different than my typical reviews. And yeah. Anyway, guys, peace out. Go check out my Instagram. I'm probably going to take a bunch of pictures of these guys and throw them up there at some point during the week. Yeah, later.